Hey guys, it's Mr. here again for another video today, and we are back with our Houston Vikings franchise mode. And I just want to say in advance, I am sorry. I am sorry if I'm not the most excited person in this video. I am extremely tired right now. I was gonna go have a nap, but I'm like, nah, YouTube grind. So I've decided that I'm gonna make my 2 episodes of franchise mode, and then then I might, or we'll see what happens then. But yeah, so I haven't slept in about 24 and a half hours. So yeah, it's been over a day since I've actually slept, even a little, like even a few seconds. So it's actually an L. Actually, no, that's not true. I had about a half an hour nap last night. Other than that, haven't slept at all. So yeah, so I'm now making some YouTube videos just to get my mind off things. WWE SummerSlam is tonight. I'm very excited for that. Obviously, it's going to be good. I hope at least. I think it should be very good. I'm extremely excited to see if the Shield will reunite. You never know, it could happen. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, then it's okay. I don't blame you. The wrestling content that is here now isn't the greatest, so it's okay. But getting into the franchise mode, I'm just going through the draft right now just to see if we actually have any picks in this draft, and it's not looking too good, to be honest. Do we even have one in the third? Because we don't have one in the first 2 rounds, which is actually quite an L, to be honest. We don't have one in the third. How about the fourth? We gotta have at least one draft pick in here, right? If we don't have a fourth, okay, we have the 30th overall in the 4th round. Will we have another one later on? Oh, there goes the first overall pick. Slater, medium elite potential, went first overall. That went fast. Damn, I've already been talking for 3. Oh, damn, that went super fast. So I don't think we have one in the 5th round. I didn't see one. Can you shut up? I'm trying to record a video. Alright, so let's move on to the 6th round. Do we have one in the 6th round? No. 7th round. We definitely don't have a 7th. Yeah, so we got one draft pick going into this draft. What the hell is that? I have one draft pick. That's actually an L. Top 5 looks okay. Well, actually, I don't know about Esposito. Haven't even scouted him once, apparently. Joey Esposito, he was playing SHL forwards, and then also Bergfors probably playing in the SHL as well. So I actually didn't get to the SHL at all. And then Montoya was playing in the OHL. But Getzlaff looks pretty good, top 5. Daniel Getzlaff, and then also Dawes, exact top 9, high league interest. Projected to go top 10. Logan Blaine, also projected to go top 10 at a low top 60. Exact top 60 of Brock Gill, defensive defenseman. High bottom 6 wouldn't be too bad, but I mean, it's kind of a risk. Benjamin Dhaliwal, interesting to see. He looks pretty decent as well. High top 9, and then also Vincent Bizanet. Biznasty, as I would say. Also a high top 6 defensive defenseman. I don't know what I was going to say. This Outlaw guy would be a medium elite. Morgan Outlaw. He would 100% be a medium elite. He is listed as a high starter. Which maybe, I don't know. I would kind of like to grab a goalie, because if we just try and trade this Colorado pick. I'm just going to show you our goaltending situation now. I don't think I'm actually going to trade anyone away. I don't plan on it, at least. So we still got Kakinen, obviously. He's 87. He's 26, though, at the same time. Actually, I don't know. Maybe we probably don't need a goalie, because Frazee looks like he could be a good goalie for us in the future if we ever need to use him. So I think we actually won't move up. But I mean, I still would kind of like to move up into the draft just to get someone, because our team is okay. It really is okay, but it really isn't near as good as it possibly could be. Like, if we look at forwards, we have, one really good player, and one decent player, then the rest are just average players. So it's kind of unfortunate, to be honest. And then defense, we have one really good, one also pretty really good, pretty good, and then the other four are kind of average as well. I mean, it depends on if we're playing Lausanne or Zaboral. Rasmus Dahlin isn't looking too good for us, to be honest. I don't know if he's going to be that defenseman that we really wanted him to be. So, I mean, I would always like to try and get higher draft picks. And since we're a good simming team, we don't get draft picks, and I also have traded away a lot of my draft picks at the same time. So if I think I'm going to go back to scouted players just to see, is there someone I really want to pick up here? So obviously Getzlaf would be nice to pick up. If not Getzlaf, Blaine, Dawes, Gill, Dhaliwal, and Bissonnette. I don't know if I'd rather a defenseman or a forward, to be honest. I think I might rather a forward, to be honest with you. So we'll sim one pick. Esposito goes. All right, we'll sim another one. Bergforce goes. We'll sim another one. And Getzlaf goes. So Getzlaf was the one I was looking at mainly for forwards. He was a medium elite, so I wonder how good he was. Wait, I'm going to write this down, and I want to go check the potentials to all four of these players. So New York Rangers, Colorado, Nashville, and what was the other team? And Carolina. So I think I just want to go out of curiosity just to see how good those four players were, because I could have moved up probably to try and get one of their picks, especially Colorado. They did want to give up their pick. So let's go check Carolina first. We'll sort it by okay, he's already their most valued player. Getzlaf, 63 at 18 is not great, but he has a shit ton of value. He's already their most valued player, which is quite crazy to think. How about Colorado, who they picked up? Let's see, how good is he? Esposito, 60 at 18, not too bad either. He's got a lot of trade value as well, probably about the same amount as the other guy had. Okay, so now New York or Nashville, whichever one comes first. Nashville. Yep, alphabetically, yeah, that's how it would go. Bergforce, 63 at 18. He's an offensive defenseman. Interesting. Looks pretty decent as well. But again, no one has really been a high overall for their age yet. So I'm kind of interested to see if New York really banged out with the first overall. 63 at 18, not really. Slater also isn't the greatest, but he is definitely a sniper, that's for sure. You know what, to be fair, he looks like he could be a decent playmaker as well. He just looks pretty good as well. Oh, they also have Kane Yeager. Yeah, they're going to be a hell of a good team. They got McLennan as well, Clarence McLennan. Yeah, that's going to be a good team. Those New York Rangers are actually going to be a very good team. So now, top 5 pick with Montreal. Do they want to give up their pick? They do not. So I can't afford to give up that much, especially since we don't have much in this draft anyways. So let's go back to... I didn't mean to go draft activity. Let's go back to scouted players really quickly to see. All right, so Montoya isn't really one I'm looking at, but he would be a medium elite more than likely. But he is also a power forward, so it's kind of like, do you really want him? So Dawes, Blaine, Gill, Dhaliwal, and Bissonnette still look to be like the ones I'm interested in, and I'd have to be in the top 10 for that. So we'll sim a pick. Montoya was actually a high top 9, so I'm glad I didn't move up. I'm glad I didn't pick him. Blaine was also medium elite. So now, I completely forgot to check Calgary to see if they want to give up their pick. Florida does, though, and they are full on contract, so I wouldn't be able to give them anything for the fact that they are full on contracts. I mean, I could give up draft picks, but we're already lacking in draft picks in general. Like, there's no point on getting rid of more. I would like to save some of them up so we actually have draft picks. Like, if you look right now, currently we've got a few first over the next few seasons. Actually, that's a few seasons down the line. But like I said, that only draft pick we have isn't even ours. It's the 2023 fourth rounder from Anaheim. So, like, we literally didn't have we wouldn't have had a single draft pick this year. Now, what about the Red Wings? Do they want to give up their pick? They do not. How about the Blue Jackets? Do they want to give up their pick? They do, and they have quite a decent amount of cap space as well. So that's okay. Now, what do I want to do? To be honest, I'm really tempted to do Rasmus Dahlin, because once you get to an 83 or to a 23-year-old and you're listed as a medium elite and you aren't the greatest overall, like you're under a pretty you're an average overall, you aren't going to grow. So to be honest, Rasmus Dahlin definitely could maybe on his way out. It depends. I'm honestly not too opposed to doing so. If I just sort it by overall for forwards, I just want to see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so who would be ideal to get rid of, and who would be... I mean, Jeremy Bracco would always be okay to get rid of just because he's always complaining about ice time. He isn't the greatest player either. He only had 4 points in the postseason and only 36 points in general. He really doesn't have good stats anywhere. He's got a good offensive awareness, good discipline, good pucks, or good deking and hand-eye, but other than that, it's really not that good. So you know what? We'll add Jeremy Bracco into that. And then, I mean, if we go to goalies, there's really no goalie here. Like, I don't want to give up Frazee, even though I think Hackney would be fine. I mean, I could definitely try to give up Frazee, but I don't know if I really want to. If I just go to all skaters real quick, and I'll just sort it by unsigned prospects, yeah, just Brain and Krivchenko. So I definitely don't want to give up Krivchenko because he's 70 at 18, which is pretty good. And then Brain, 68 at 19, isn't as good, but still looks pretty decent. I don't know. What are the likelihood of this trade going through, just out of curiosity? That could definitely go through. I think I'd rather not give up Brain either. What if we try that? Rasmus Dahlin and Jeremy Bracco for the Columbus, what is it, 8th or 9th overall pick, I believe. Let's propose trade. Trade rejected. Your contract with Jeremy Bracco is about to expire. I hate my life. That's actually unfortunate, so we won't be able to give him up. That means we're going to have to give up a different forward. That's actually unfortunate. Now, who else would be on the chopping block? Jansen Harkins, yeah, LeBeau. This guy's 82 at 21. He looks pretty decent. Guy LeBeau, definitely not going to get rid of him. Spot check, I don't want to get rid of Durando. I mean, he doesn't really have great stats anywhere. He's a decent penalty killer, to be fair. What if we just add him in just to see? So what if we did those two, Dahlin and Durando, for the Columbus first? To be honest, we are giving up a lot. What if it, no, well enough, but the value is just too far off. All right, so who just has like 0 value that I wouldn't mind giving up? Gabriel Gagne, to be fair. Robin Kovacs is down to an 80 overall. Why? He's still really good too. Why? That's upsetting, actually. Alright, what if we try that? Gagne and Dahlin for the Columbus first. Nope. Ooh, can we add more? Who has bad contracts for us? To be fair, Robin Kovacs has a pretty decent contract. I mean, if... I don't know. He just doesn't really fit in this team anymore. So what if we try that? Trade rejected still. Okay, so I mean, we would be giving up a few contract space, or a few contract spots, though, that's for sure. Okay, so you know what? I know I said I wanted to save up some draft picks, but if I try 1/7, will that push it through? No. What if we try a 7th and a 6th? If that doesn't work, I'm not going to give up any draft picks. Alright, okay, you know what? One more attempt on the draft pick. Let's add 1/4 in 2027. Will that go through? Just a touch. Okay, so you know what? That could go through. So instead of a 4th, how about a 5th in 2027 and our 7th in 2028? Will that go through? No, just a touch still. So we don't give up our 7th. We'll have to give up our 6th and our 5th. Then, right? It could go through. Trade rejected still. So 2/5, I guess, then, unless I do want to go a 4th and a 7th. 2024 4th with the 2028 7th. That should go through, really. Still no, so let's try a 5th rounder instead, just because we only do have 1/6 round pick currently. Wait, what? Oh, they don't want the contract of Kovacs. Well, that's fine. We have so much salary right now, I'll retain half, and that should go through. So let's try that. Will it go through? Trade accepted, alright. I am sorry, guys, for having to make that trade, or to the team at least. I don't know how I felt about everything else, to be honest. This team is in a weird spot right now, so I don't really know. Now, I want to go back to scouted players. Now, I really need to decide on who I want to grab. So, we got Dawes, who looks to be a decent player, probably a medium top 6. Wallace, probably a medium top 6. Gill, probably a medium top 4. Dhaliwal, probably a medium top 6. And Bissonnette, also probably a medium top 4. So any one of them wouldn't be bad, to be honest. Now I'm just thinking sniper, power forward, a defenseman, a grinder, and another defenseman. Now I'm not sure. Do I want a forward or do I want a defenseman? I did just trade away a decent defenseman, but we don't really have that. Another great offensive dynamo player, so I don't know who I want to try and get. Okay, you know what? We're just hopefully Florida and Detroit makes our life a little bit easier. So Dawes was a high top 9, and Gill was a high top 6. I think I was actually wrong about both those, to be honest, which is quite nell. So now we still got Wallace and we still got Dhaliwal, but there's power forward and grinder. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like I should go off the board to pick up Bissonnette. Even though he isn't projected to go in the top 10, I still feel like it's the right decision to go for him, because grinders just don't always turn out. Power forwards, I don't know how I feel about that, especially since he's listed high bottom 6. He's probably like a medium top 9 or high top 9 or something, but I think we will go with Vincent Bissonnette. I feel okay with taking this player. He's pretty decent basically everywhere. So you know what? Vincent Bissonnette will come to the Houston Vikings, and I was right about him, a medium top 4. Alright, so now, is there another team around here that does want to give up another pick? So Buffalo also wants to give up their pick. So now let's see how good was that player. Bissonnette, he doesn't have the most value. 63 at 18, that's honestly not great. But his stats are okay as of right now, so hopefully that works out in the long run. Now let's sort it by unsigned prospects. So Brain, I think we will add in here. And who else do I want to put in here? Let's just sort it by overall. I don't want to get rid of Krivchenko. Mikola, Voinov, Mikola, he doesn't have the greatest value. We could toss him in though. Wait, how much contract space does Buffalo have? They have a lot. Alright, so we are also going to need to throw in a lot more than that. And to be honest, you know what I'm going to do? The reason why I am moving up is to get a goaltender, is to get the goaltender that is supposed to go at that time. So, will that go through? If we propose that quite far off. Alright, so we need to give up, a little bit more. Now, who else? I don't know. Let's go back to skaters. And we'll sort it by, I don't know, sort it by overall, I guess, again. Let's see now. Barlow, 77 of 24. He has a little bit more value than everyone else. Let's try and add him in there. Will that? I don't think so. Quite far off still. Yeah, that makes sense. We're going to have to move down on this chart a little bit to see someone with a little bit more value. Max Martin. I mean, he's okay. He's listed as a high AHL top 2, so he's not the greatest. He is also 79 overall at 23. So maybe max he gets to 80 overall. You know what? Screw it. We'll try it. Now, will that go through? It looks pretty even. Let's see. Trade accepted. All right, so Brain, Mikola, Frazee, Barlow, and I can't see. Oh, yeah, and Martin all go to Buffalo. And we now have the 12th overall pick. And I would be very upset to see to see Vancouver or Philadelphia pick that goaltender. And if they do, I might be very, very upset, to be honest. So Wallace was a high top 9, which isn't great. I'm glad I didn't pick him. That's what I said, though. I said medium top 9, I said medium top 9 or high top 9. So I'm hoping that Philly doesn't pick this goaltender I want to pick up. If they do, I might actually be in a very big struggle. Please, Philly. All right, Dhaliwal. All right, so he was a medium top 6. All right, so that's fine. That's good. We will be able to pick up our medium elite goalie, or he should be medium elite at least, Morgan Outlaw. 17 years old, so he's looking okay currently. Also, I just noticed McGuire down here. He is listed as a high top 6 defenseman, so he could be a pretty decent defenseman as well, probably a medium top 6 potential. So let's pick Outlaw, and we'll see if he will be medium elite. Yes, he will. Very good. And I think we will just sim to our pick in the 4th. Is that what I want to do? Do I really want? I don't know. I can't really afford to give up much else, so we'll just sim to our pick in the 4th round from Anaheim, and I think that should be good for the draft and probably for this episode. I didn't think I'd spend 22 minutes just to make 2 trades and also only make 2 draft picks all in the same round. So right now I'm just hoping for a player that could turn out to be a mediocre player for us right now. Well, not necessarily right now, but like in the future. So let's see. Projected 4th, 5th round, not looking too good. So you know what? One of these high bottom 6 players will probably be the one. So it's between, what's his first name? It's between Jamie Regier, who looks okay, he is a playmaker, and Brent Eminger. He is 17. Regier is 18. All right. What do I want to pick? Power forward or playmaker? I think I just like playmaker more. If we look at if we compare their stats, Regier is definitely better, except for in skating. I think Regier is better at everything. They're tied on defense, and yeah, skating goes to Eminger, than Regier, but Regier also has more physical, which doesn't make any sense since Regier is a playmaker and Eminger is a power forward. But whatever, we're just gonna pick up Jamie Regier for our last draft pick. In this round, we need to go back. That was the final overall pick. I forgot. High top or medium top 9. That's okay for me. So we will now move on to finish the draft. So very interesting. I am quite shocked on how this episode went. I did not think it would have gone this way. It's definitely not on what I expected. It's okay. We only picked up 3 players. Vincent Bizanet. I don't remember Jamie's first name. Or Outlaw, sorry. Not Jamie. I don't remember Outlaw's first name. Was it Max or Maxime Outlaw? and then Jamie Regier as well. So only 3 draft picks for us, but they all look decent, 2 of them especially. That goalie could really help us out in the future. So, yeah, now I think we'll advance today to the re-sign phase. I'm not going to do the re-sign phase in this episode. I just can't. It's been 25 minutes already, and I'm sure it's already been a boring enough episode for you guys. But I do want to go check one thing. I do want to go see how good that goalie was that we just drafted. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh no. Oh, we have to sign all 4 of these players this year. Oh, it's going to be some... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. 12, 9, 7, and 7. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Uh-oh. 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 Alright, 61 overall at 17. That's not bad. Now, I can't make trades yet, I don't think. No, I can't. So we'll have to check out his value in the next episode. But I am going to end the episode here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you all did enjoy. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And if you are new around here and enjoy my content, make sure to subscribe. And I will see you guys all in the next video. Goodbye.